Hello, Army. Before we get into it, I just want to ask you one thing. Are you ready to cry today? Because if you're not, maybe grab some tissues first. Seriously, this is not an exaggeration. This is not being dramatic. What happened at Bts Festa 2026 simply cannot be watched with dry eyes. Especially one moment, one video, one piece of content with the most ordinary name, but the most extraordinary meaning. Normal Log. Part Jimin'S Normal Log. And today, we are going to talk about all of it. From the beginning. From why Bts Festa 2026 is unlike any festa that came before it. From what made Jimin'S Normal Log shatter the hearts of millions of ARMY around the world. And from one question that keeps echoing in all of our minds. Were we ever truly ready for this reunion? Okay, for those of you who are newer to the fandom or are just starting to get to know BTS more deeply, let's set the context first. Bts Festa is an annual festival held every June to celebrate the anniversary of BTS's debut. June has always held a special place in the hearts of ARMY, and this year is no different. As BTS celebrates their 13th debut anniversary on June 13th, the group officially revealed the schedule for Festa 2026, giving fans an entire month filled with content, memories, and celebration. But listen to this carefully. Bts Festa 2026 is not just a regular celebration. For ARMY, this year's lineup represents a full-circle moment as all 7 BTS members reunite to mark 13 years since debut, combining nostalgia with the promise of a brand new chapter ahead. Bts Festa 2026 is turning into far more than an anniversary celebration. 13 years, ARMY. 13 years filled with tears, laughter, concerts that sold out in seconds, songs that carried us through our darkest moments, and, the hardest part, more than 2 years of waiting while one by one the BTS members went to serve their mandatory military service. We remember all of it, don't we? We remember scrolling through social media late at night crying because we missed them so much. We remember rewatching old content over and over because there was nothing new. We remember when Jimin wrote his letter at Festa 2024 and said, "Jin will be discharged soon. Hang out with Jin first. One by one, we'll all come back to you. Let's meet up soon and have fun together. I love you, ARMY. Take care." And we waited, and we waited, and finally, they came back. Bts Festa 2026 is a 2-week festival spanning from June 4th to June 13th. This milestone marks their triumphant return as a full 7-member group after completing their mandatory military service. Let's walk through the schedule one by one because every single item on this list has its own story to tell. June 4th, the annual BTS family photo. And ARMY, when that photo first appeared, social media practically crashed. All 7 of them. Together. Those smiles that for years we could only see in old photos and archived videos. Now here again, live, real, in 2026. June 5th, the performance video for Hooligan. Fans got this special hooligan dance performance video. The energy of 7 people on the same stage. The synchronization we had been longing for all this time. June 7th. And this is the day we have been waiting for. This is the day that made this video exist. Normal Log. 7 episodes. 1 for each member. June 8th. B-side film, a deeper documentary-style release. June 10th and 11th. Run BTS is back. The beloved self-produced variety series is making a comeback, with new episodes reviving the fan-favorite format that helped shape BTS's playful bond with ARMY over the years. June 12th and 13th, the grand finale. Concerts in Busan. BTS is scheduled to perform 2 consecutive concerts there as part of the Arirang World Tour, and they are especially meaningful as they mark the group's first performance in the hometown of Jimin and Jungkook since 2022. The hometown of Jimin and Jungkook. Going home. Truly going home. Now let's talk about the heart of this video. Normal Log. Such a simple name. But the meaning? It runs incredibly deep. BTS released Normal Log videos capturing each of the 7 members' daily lives as part of their 13th anniversary annual festival, 2026 Bts Festa, sparking explosive reactions from fans worldwide. All 7 videos were produced with an exact duration of 6 minutes and 13 seconds, symbolizing the celebration of their debut anniversary on June 13th. The normal logs for RM, Jin, Suga, jhope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook were released on June 7th via Weverse and the official BTS YouTube channel. 6 minutes, 13 seconds. Not a coincidence. Nothing with BTS is ever a coincidence. 6 minutes and 13 seconds. Their debut date, June 13th. A number that has been part of this fandom's DNA for 13 years. And inside those 6 minutes and 13 seconds, we are invited into their everyday lives. Not Jimin on stage. Not Jimin on the red carpet. Not Jimin in a music video with perfect choreography and artistic lighting. But Jimin who is normal. Jimin who is folding clothes. Jungkook with his exercise routine and chin-ups. Jimin folding clothes, RM reading. Their very ordinary daily lives in 6 minutes and 13 seconds. And ARMY cried. Why? Because we missed these ordinary things. We missed these glimpses of their real lives. During the military service period, we had nothing. No new content. No lives. No updates. Only the occasional letter, an occasional photo, and so many prayers sent up to the sky. Watching Jimin fold laundry felt like watching a best friend who had been away for a long time finally sit down at the dinner table with you again. When Jimin's normal log first went live, Twitter, or X, whatever it's called now, exploded immediately. Hashtags related to Bts Festa and normal log were trending in dozens of countries within minutes. And what was ARMY writing? Some said, I never knew watching him fold clothes could make me cry. Others wrote, this is too normal, too real, and that is exactly what destroys me. Some just posted videos of themselves crying while watching, without any words at all. Why was the ARMY's reaction this intense? Because this was not just about normal log alone. This was about accumulation. Years of waiting. Years of feeling an emptiness that nothing could fill except their presence. And now, in those 6 minutes and 13 seconds, all of that longing poured out at once. Imagine you have a best friend who went far away for more than 2 years. Difficult to reach. Impossible to meet in person. And one day, they suddenly send you a short video of themselves folding laundry in their room with a small smile on their face. So simple, but you cry your heart out. That is exactly what happened. We need to talk about Park Jimin specifically, because there is something that gives Jimin and ARMY a very unique and different connection. Jimin is the kind of person who always makes sure ARMY feels loved. Not just with words, but with small actions that carry enormous meaning. Remember back in 2024, when his album Muse was released while he was still in the military. Jimin opened up about how sad he was for not being able to share that happiness together with ARMY. He said, I bleached my hair for the first time in almost 2 years. So our fans would probably think that I'm doing something right now and that it'd come out soon. I feel sorry that I can't enjoy this together with you all, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it even if I'm not there. He apologized because he couldn't be present when ARMY was enjoying his own work. Who else does that? And this year, at Bts Festa 2026, Jimin can finally be present. Can truly be here. Can watch ARMY's reactions in real time. Can feel the energy of the fandom that for so long he could only imagine from behind the walls of military barracks. His normal log is not just a vlog. It is Jimin's way of saying, I'm back. This is me. The most ordinary version of me. And I want you to see it. And ARMY saw it. And ARMY cried. Let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture for a moment. This year's theme is 13 BTS, marking the beginning of a new chapter for RM, Jin, Suga, Jhope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook. After completing their mandatory military service and reuniting as a full group, BTS is celebrating this milestone while continuing their ongoing Arirang World Tour. 13 BTS. The number 13 always present. The 13th day, the 13th year, and the letters B, T, S that have become part of the identity of millions of people around the world. 13 years ago, 7 young men from a small agency that was nearly bankrupt stepped onto a stage for the very first time. Nobody knew their names. Nobody was certain they would last. And now, all 7 members of BTS, RM, Jin, Suga, Jhope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook, are performing on a world tour with tickets for the North American and European legs already sold out. Sold out. All of it. Massive stadiums across the world, packed with people holding ARMY bomb light sticks, singing lyrics they know by heart, crying and laughing together with millions of others. And it all started from 7 people who struggled. who once almost gave up, who wrote songs about their pain and discovered that pain was felt by the entire world. Normal Log is a reminder that behind all that glory, they remain ordinary human beings. RM reading a book, Jimin folding laundry, Jungkook doing chin-ups. Ordinary, real, and that is exactly what has always made us fall in love with them. We have had many memorable BTS Festas over the years. There was the epic Festa of 2018. There was the emotional Festa of 2020 when they were at a truly critical crossroads. There was Festa 2023 and 2024 where one by one the members entered the military and we said goodbye to them through rivers of tears. But Festa 2026? This is different. The annual Festa tradition has always offered fans a closer look at BTS beyond music. This time, however, the celebrations arrive with added emotional weight as RM, Jin, Suga, J-Hope, Jimin, V, and Jungkook prepare to step into a new era together. A new era. Together. Not solo. Not separated. Together. After more than 2 years of getting through the hard times, after all the waiting, after all the tears, all 7 of them are here, at the same time, in the same space, making content together for us. And there is one more thing that makes Festa 2026 the most emotional of all. It is the first time ARMY can feel that this is real. That this reunion is not just a promise, not just a plan, but something that has actually happened. Normal Log already exists. The family photo already exists. Hooligan already exists. They are back. And the tears that fall while watching Jimin's Normal Log are not tears of sadness. They are tears of relief. Tears of gratitude. Tears from someone who has been holding their breath for a very long time and can finally breathe again. And the celebration is not over there, ARMY. Because the peak of BTS Festa 2026 is something very, very meaningful. BTS is scheduled to perform 2 consecutive concerts in Busan on June 12th and 13th as part of the Arirang World Tour. These concerts are especially significant as they mark the group's first performance in the hometown of Jimin and Jungkook since 2022. Busan, the city where Jimin was born, the city where Jungkook grew up, the city that sent 2 of its finest sons to Seoul, to Korea, to the entire world, and now, 13 years later, BTS returns there to perform. Imagine being a resident of Busan and watching this concert. Imagine being Jimin's parents, sitting in the stands, watching their son stand on stage with his 6 best friends, in the city that raised him. Tears would not be enough for a moment like that. And for the ARMY who are there in person, this concert is not just a concert. It is a collective celebration that we all made it through. We waited, and now we are here, with them, celebrating 13 extraordinary years of this journey together. To everyone watching this video, no matter where you are in the world, whether you are in the United States, in the United Kingdom, in the Philippines, in Brazil, in Indonesia, in a small town, or a big city, I want to say something. We, ARMY everywhere, have been waiting faithfully. We rewatched old content over and over again. We bought albums, even when we couldn't make it to concerts. We supported from far away with all of our hearts. And this moment, Jimin's Normal Log, BTS Festa 2026, all 7 members finally reunited. This belongs to all of us. The tears that fall when you watch Normal Log are real. The longing you felt for more than 2 years is real. And the joy that overflows right now, that is real too. Because that is BTS. They never belong to just one country, one culture, one language. They belong to anyone who has ever felt alone in the middle of the night and found strength in their music. They belong to anyone who has ever cried until they ran out of breath and felt a little better after hearing Jimin's voice. They belong to anyone who found the most genuine sense of community not in one person, but in a family called ARMY. I want to come back to Jimin's Normal Log one more time before we close. There is something about the concept of this content that hits differently. Normal. In a world that constantly demands BTS to be extraordinary, to dance perfectly, to sing in a way that moves you to tears, to perform on the biggest stages, to win the most prestigious awards, Normal Log arrives as a reminder that behind all of it, there are ordinary human beings. Even in the biggest moments of his career, Jimin never forgets to give the credit away. After BTS won the Artist of the Year award at the 2026 AMAs, Jimin shared a heartfelt message on Weverse thanking ARMY and uploaded an edited version of the official winner card where he replaced the group's name with a single word, ARMY. Even at his greatest peak, he says, "This belongs to you." And in normal log, Jimin says, "This is who I really am." Both of those things, combined, explain why Park Jimin holds such a specific and irreplaceable place in the hearts of millions of people. Because he never forgets where he came from, never forgets who walked with him on this journey, and he is not afraid to show the world the most ordinary version of himself. Folding clothes. 6 minutes and 13 seconds. And the entire world cried. Bts Festa 2026 will always be remembered as the most emotional festa of all time. Not because there was some massive shocking announcement, not because there was a bombastic revelation, but because finally, after all that waiting, all 7 BTS members are present, complete, together, and they chose to share the simplest, most human, most real thing they had with us. Normal log is not just content. Normal log is the answer to every prayer we sent up over more than 2 years. And Jimin, in his own quiet and characteristic way, calm, sincere, full of love, answered the longing of millions of ARMY in just 6 minutes and 13 seconds of his everyday life. Thank you so much for watching all the way to the end, ARMY. If this video moved you, share it with every ARMY you know, because moments like this are meant to be felt together. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss a single piece of BTS Festa 2026 content we'll be covering. Because this journey is not over. It has only just begun again. Purple you, ARMY. Purple heart.